Libra Souls. Welcome to your reading. I am so grateful that you are here. My name is Nikki, and I use my clairaudient and channeling abilities to help people find the magic within. If you're new here, welcome. I channel messages from creative expressions such as movies, books, and music. And for this series, I will be channeling messages from horror manga books written by Junji Ito. I had never read any horror manga before I checked these 5 books out from the library. They are like graphic novels, and the artwork is amazing. The stories are very cool. And I thought it would be cool to channel some messages from them because there's an energy in the collective right now where we're integrating a shadow aspect that is allowing us to come out of hermit mode right now. So my intention for this video is that it brings some clarity around those types of things: social anxiety, getting out of hermit mode, and shining your light in the way that you are meant to. So the 5 books that I checked out are Deserter, Frankenstein, Ramina, Shiver, and Smashed. So how the reading will work, Libra: I have a tiny decision wheel on my phone where I've input all 5 titles of these books. I will spin the wheel, see which book is selected, and then we'll go to a random page in here to see where your channel message is coming from. Then I will do an intuitive card reading to get some additional messages. So let's see which horror manga book has a message for you, Libra. We have Ramina. Let's grab that book. It's this one right here. Thank you, Spirit. Which page is Libra's message on? Ooh. Okay, there is not much dialogue on this page. It's a lot of like vroom, groom, swish, haha. The only quote bubbles are an earthquake because of the planet Ramina. So this was also something I have kind of been feeling. Some of you may be located in an area where earthquakes are typical to happen, or you may be having visions about an earthquake, and it says because of the planet. So I feel like a lot of you have some intuitive hits about earthquakes, or this could also symbolize a big shakeup in your reality, something crumbling, something that's leading you to a quantum leap based off of the actions that you are taking in the present moment right now. So if you look very closely, it's a lot of like chaos going on the pages here, and there's only 2 little quote bubbles, and it says earthquake. Very prominent on the page here, which is interesting because I've been watching a lot of the full moon in Capricorn videos, and there are a lot of lightworkers who have been talking about earthquakes. So this could be symbolic of earthquakes taking place where you're at, or you're having visions about earthquakes, or even just something being shook up and it feels like very chaotic in your reality, like an earthquake is taking place, something crumbling around you, an old way of being let go. But let's see what else Spirit is bringing through here. The first deck of cards that I'm using is the Light Seer Tarot. Thank you, Spirit. What are your additional messages for my Libra souls? Queen of Pentacles. Love this card. Next we have the Keepers of Light deck. Thank you, Spirit. What else? Oh, let's see. 4 wanted to come out of the deck. That's a little too much here, Spirit. Let's try this again. 1. Paul the Venetian. Experience grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Next we have the Work Your Light deck. Thank you, Spirit. What else? Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? And the final deck of cards we're using is the Universe Has Your Back deck. Thank you, Spirit. What are your final messages for my Libra souls? Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good of all. Okay. Yeah. There has been a shift in how you view your psychic abilities. Because with the Queen of Pentacles, this is a queen who is very grounded. She knows her worth. She trusts herself. She is nurturing. She is also the mother card within the deck, which is also, I'm also like feeling energy from the Empress card as well. But the Queen of Pentacles brings a lot of nurturing energy into someone's life. And this card always makes me so happy when I see it, because if you just look at the woman on the card, she's sitting out in nature. She knows her place in the world. She's not letting anything distract her. She is at one with nature. She is holding on to that pentacle, like, not like clinging to it. It's just kind of loosely hanging onto it because she knows that what is hers is meant for her and that it's not going to go anywhere. She doesn't worry about losing resources. She knows that everything she has is within herself. And I feel this is the energy that you are exuding, Libra. There has been a massive shift in your consciousness in regards to your self-worth, the value that you're bringing to in the world. It is coming back to you tenfold, and it's a feeling of comfort. There is an energy with this card that is letting me know that you have learned, or you're learning, to be comfortable in the unknown, learning to stay in your flow. There has been a massive shift with that has taken place, which is really, really cool. This is the phoenix rising from, I'm seeing a lot of difficult healing that has taken place, and just being comfortable in who you are and standing in your power. Like, it's a very tremendous, empowering, inspirational feeling that is just radiating from this card, Libra. And I love that so much. With Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace, sharing your gifts with grace, waves of inspiration and love coming to you. So I'm being drawn back to the all of the vroom vroom energy, and it's like with this Queen of Pentacles, you're taking it all in with grace. You're experiencing it with grace. Yes, there's chaos unfolding around you, but you are staying grounded. You are holding your light. You're holding your frequency. This is, and this is why waves of inspiration and love are coming to you right now, because you're holding that light in the world. And as we do this together with light workers all across the globe, it is creating a very powerful ripple effect that is helping us to be the way showers and to help us see the best in every situation. It's like experiencing the chaos with grace, even though like things may be crumbling down around you with that earthquake energy that was coming from the book here. It's like not letting that rattle you, letting it staying in your peace no matter what. And when you stay in that stillness, that is when inspiration comes to you. And it's also a very big test for light workers as well. If we are reacting to the chaos, then we are not holding our frequency, we're not holding our light. But with holding it, staying in our peace is what is really making change in the world in a powerful way. And also because you're staying in this energy, you're remembering also past lives here. A lot of you were high priestesses, and this is where your psychic abilities stem from, at least one of the lifetimes that you had where you were a high priestess. High priestess, they have very strong intuition. Spirit is bringing through a message. How are you being called to step up and lead? So the chaos that is unfolding or is about to, with some visions you may be having, or what you're experiencing right now, if you're experiencing turbulent energy, this is your time to be the way shower. This is your time to step up and lead. And staying in this energy is what is going to help you do that. That is how you will maintain your composure with that chaotic energy, remembering who you truly are, or even remembering certain strengths that you have. For example, the priestess energy from a past life you experienced where your psychic abilities were very, very strong. It's like tapping into that energy to infuse that into your incarnation right now and helping them get even stronger with that. I feel that they are amplifying right now. It feels very, very rapid. It feels like somebody went to sleep one night and the next morning it was like boom, a wave of like visions came in, or you started hearing spirit more clearly with clairaudience. I'm seeing it's very, very cool, and spirit just wants you to remember that you are here to lead, and as long as you keep experiencing the chaos with grace, that is what is going to help you, okay? With the last card here, instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good of all. So that means sometimes when like destruction happens with an earthquake, a lot of people send good vibes to that, and that's great when a lot of people come together collectively and they pray for, an earthquake to not happen, or praying for the protection of their family. It's all good vibes being sent. But there's something here about sometimes how that chaos and destruction, it has to happen to lead to something better. So there is a little perception shift here with something that spirit wants to bring to you. So it's like instead of praying for an outcome with what you're experiencing with the chaos, pray for the highest good of all, because there's a lot of different people being impacted by what will transpire or what is taking place in your life right now. And sometimes the way that we think it should be, we will pray for that outcome, but Spirit is asking you to let go, Libra, and to say, whatever happens here, I pray that it is for the highest good of all and everyone involved, because then it opens up a floodgate of energy that helps everyone. And sometimes that even does mean that the destruction has to take place um, in order to rebuild something really beautiful. Sometimes disasters are beautiful because they lead to a new beginning, a new way of seeing things, a new way of change happening. So it's like changing your perception with something in regards to how you view chaos. It's very powerful, and you will see the effects of it after the perception shift takes place. So take that as it resonates. I know that won't resonate with everyone, but I'm just feeling very strong psychic visions that you're having right now, and um, like experiencing everything with grace, seeing the best in every situation, which I'm being called to tell you a story. We had a lot of tornadoes in my town in March. I don't know if I've shared this story with my Libra audience here, but in March we had 24 tornadoes in our town all in one day. And the tornado ripped through my neighborhood, and it actually did a little bit of damage to our roof. And the house across the street, their roof was completely ripped off. And while the tornado was happening, I felt that fear come up. The fear you feel when something chaotic is happening, right? So I went downstairs and I sat in my basement and I meditated. And the storm lasted only 2 minutes while I was meditating. It was crazy. I heard the tornado whip across the roof of our house. It didn't tear the roof off completely, but it did do some damage. The chaos created some destruction and some damage. But immediately after the tornado, we all went outside and we're just kind of looking, and I saw a rainbow in the sky. It was almost like the divine was telling me this is happening for the best. So I chose to trust it. And a few days later, we put in a claim to get our roof fixed, and it went through, and we received money to not only change the siding on our house, but also to repair the roof, and we received new gutters. So the disaster ended up leading to something really beautiful where we were able to upgrade our home with money that came from an insurance claim that we weren't anticipating. So it upgraded our environment, and it was a blessing in disguise. So there's something here about seeing the beauty in destruction sometimes. I know that's not, it depends on what kind it is, but there's a message here with how we view things and how we view um, things that happen in our reality that look bleak on the outside, but are actually a blessing that we wouldn't have anticipated if we had stayed in a mindset of, oh, this is a worst case scenario. Sometimes the destruction leads to a best case scenario, Libra. So I would like to open up my clairaudience and see if there are any additional messages for my Libra souls. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, your energetic support team, your guides, they are really trying to help you deal with challenges in a new way, which also is about changing your perception about something, how you view things. What else, Spirit? Thank you. Yeah, a lot of you can see through deception and lies really, really easy. Like, nothing can get past you, is what I'm seeing. Like, I'm hearing malarkey, like calling BS on something. And it's because you've done so much healing that when you're in the vicinity of energy that is lying or deceptive or manipulative, you pick up on it immediately. It's like you can tell right away when someone isn't being truthful. But I'm also seeing that you're starting to pick up on this energy before someone even says anything. It's like you walk into a room and you can feel the energy from someone without them even having to say anything. And that's not to say that I don't think you give people the benefit of the doubt, but energy doesn't lie. So it's almost like, okay, well, I'm kind of picking up on a strange energy here. And then you go and talk to the person, and then you can see through the BS, is kind of the vibes that I'm getting here. So very amplified psychic abilities in a lot of different ways here, Libra. What else, Spirit? Thank you. There's also something here about taking a risk or taking a chance on something. I'm seeing a lot of you have been contemplating whether to take a leap of faith with something or move in a direction that you would like to try. And Spirit is saying to go for it, to try new things, because that's how you're going to figure out what you like and what you don't like. Trying different things is what will help. It's where we have our hands in a lot of different pots at once, where things can get kind of dicey because the energy is going in a lot of directions. So it's kind of like maintaining your focus with one or two things and seeing how you feel about it. And if it's not for you, then walking away, cutting your losses, and moving towards something that does resonate with you more, is what I'm feeling here. But if there is something you wanted to try or to take a chance, even within what you're working on now, Spirit is giving you the green light to go forward with it, all right? Any final messages for my Libra souls? Thank you. Some of my Libras on here, some of your missions are to help the divine feminine rise. to And I'm feeling that with the priestess card here. How are you being called to step up and lead? Some of you are here to help empower women, and I'm seeing this in a lot of different ways with helping cultivate positive mindsets around body image, helping to let go of narratives around shame and guilt. I'm seeing a lot of healing with toxic energy that women may have experienced in their past to help them heal from it, because I'm seeing there are a lot of light workers who are just about to wake up, and your mission is to help them navigate their spiritual awakening and heal from these things. But I'm seeing that you do it in a very unique way. So there's something here about empowering women for some of you, and that's where some of you are being called to step up and lead. So, where I was hearing take a chance, take a risk, was there a certain field here where you wanted to move in the direction to help empower women? Because that is where I'm feeling the strongest with moving forward with a leap of faith that you want to take. And you're going to help a lot of people. I can feel that very strongly. There's a lot of green that I'm seeing on the cards, like especially from nature here, and Paul the Venetian is wearing green here as well. So it's about coming down into your heart, listening to what your heart is telling you, okay, with the direction that you want to move towards. That is all that I am seeing, Libra. Those are your messages. If your reading resonated, if you enjoyed it, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, I'm excited and honored to have done this reading for you today. If you liked any of the decks of cards I used, I'm linking those in the description box down below as well. Also, I do a podcast called the Slumber Party Massacre Podcast with 4 amazing women, my sister Lacey, Rebecca, Carly, and Heather. We talk about horror movies, we debate them, we play games, very real, very authentic. We don't sweep anything under the rug. If that's something you're interested in, I'm linking that in the description box down below as well. I hope you are having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.